Yo, it's your boy, the original Unique Mind, 9 Raw. Man, how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? How's your energy? My energy is great. I'm protecting it from the world, from negative energy, you know what I'm saying, from people out there on the road, you know what I'm saying, just protecting it. How about you? I'm listening. Trust me, I'm listening. Telepathically, I am listening. This one's going to be about my 2020 experience and up when it comes to this Vaseline. You see what I'm saying? This COVID-19 Vaseline experience, man. I've been meaning to do a video on this for a while, man. And I'm gonna just let it flow off the top of the dome like I always do. You see what I'm saying? It started out in 2019, you know, when I was following MHB. Shout out to MHB, most hated blogger. That dude right there, man, when he was going in at the time, I'm pretty sure he still goes in, but when he was going in at the time, when it comes to, you know, metaverse, exposing the system, exposing the government. I mean, he was exposing the movies, television, which tells lies to your vision. MHB was exposing everything, right? So he was helping me to think outside of the box, think outside of metaverse. And he used to go in, and I used to be like, man, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. And this was back in 2019. You see what I'm saying? Right before the pandemic, right? So in March 2020 hit, I remember he was like, F that, you know, because they was all like, you got to go locked down, you got to be locked down, you got to be in the house. And MHB was like, nah, I'm not going to be in the house. And I was like, you know what? Why would I want to be in the house as well? So this is where I went full throttle against metaverse. So this is when they was talking about you got to be worldwide lockdown, right? I was Lyft Uber at the time. I was doing Lyft Uber driving. You know, I've been doing Lyft Uber for a while, but during that time frame, they gave us a curfew. I think we had to be in like at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock curfew or something like that. So I never had a curfew. The whole entire time I was out there just, you know, picking up passengers. I was all over Arizona, Phoenix, Tucson, you know, Casa Grande, wherever. I was all over, right? So I remember when they started putting up the 5G cell phone towers. So it was like 10, 11, 12 a.m. I'm like, what are they putting up? I remember I started counting them off. You know, 10s, 5G cell phone towers, 20, 30, 40, 50. By the time I hit 100, I lost count after that. So I'm like, they're putting up these 5G cell phone towers. So this was where the time where I remember back in like, it was about April, I think the end of April. You look on your phone, you still have it on there too. It's the 5G exposure app, right? Where you turn it on. And at the time, we didn't know it was our son brother, our red son brother Raw. We didn't know he was doing it at the time because this is the beginning of the pandemic. So we all trying to figure it out. But I remember when they installed the COVID-19 app on our phones, I'm like, wait a minute. So now they can detect, I'm like, wait a minute, they can detect swine flu, syphilis, Ebola, you know what I'm saying, the regular flu, you know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden they was able to detect if you have the COVID, let's say that, the COVID-19. I'm like, wait a minute, they can detect that? So I never ever turned that mess on. So if you're highly exposed, they was gonna come out and take you. You see what I'm saying? Come to your house and pick you up. Just like in the movie Songbird. So I was like, oh, hell no. Then they started, blackmailing people, bribing people. So here's the kicker. I remember I used to pick up passengers, right? And this is where I really started delivering a message. I was like, I'm here to deliver a message to as many people as I can, right? So I started talking about what was going on in the world. The COVID-19, talking about that, talking about how they was going to, you know, come right before the Vaselines came out. I was talking about when it comes out, this is what they're going to do, right? So I had passengers in my car, right? Calling me crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist. Why are you telling people all of this? I didn't care at all. I was vicious. You see what I'm saying? Now, you know, nobody ever tried to like fight me or anything, but I pissed a lot of passengers off because this was where the time where they were trying to force us. Remember the mask mandate? I didn't wear that mask for 10 months, y'all. I didn't wear that mask at all for 10 months, right? So this is where Lyft and Uber was like, you know, as drivers, in order for you guys to continue to drive, you got to wear the mask. I was 100% against the mask mandate. So for a while, I was expressing how, you know, I can't wear the mask due to, you know, just can't breathe in it properly. Now, I never wore it, so I don't know if I was able to breathe in it properly or not. But this is what I was letting my passengers know, because I was like, wait a minute, why would I want to put a mask on to not be able to breathe? If you say this is airborne, like they said it was airborne, I'm like, wait a minute. If it's airborne, make it make sense. You breathing in and out of your own toxins, your own, you know what I'm saying? Your own like sweat. You're breathing out your own breath. You're breathing out. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me, right? So I was like, hell no, I'm not wearing that damn mask. And people were like, well, can you at least wear like, just try to put a mask on just for the time being? I'm like, no, I'm telling you, for 10 months, I received about 50 health violations. Now, this is where passengers like, oh, you know, I'm not going to say anything to Lyft and Uber. You're good. You're good. So they rated me 5 stars. But after they rated me 5 stars, they ended up giving me a health violation. But I took a hit and I didn't even care. So when it started building up, Lyft and Uber was like threatening to deactivate my account, this and that and the other. So I was like, I got to work around this. Let me figure this out. So then I started texting passengers before I picked them up, right? Letting them know I can't breathe in it due to me not being able to breathe in it properly. So I can't wear the mask. You know, a lot of them did cancel the ride, or they were like, okay, no problem, it's fine. You know, a lot of people were cool about it, but there were some people that was really, really big on it because they were just like, you know, I'm afraid that I'm going to catch it. Aren't you afraid you're going to get it? Here's the thing. I was not afraid that I was going to get it because I already knew what it was before I knew it was our Red Sun Brother Raw, because I was like, make it make sense. You see what I'm saying? And so I did piss some people off, but, you know, I'm like, you got to make it make sense, y'all. So I was letting people know, like, I even had doctors and nurses in my car, right? They were like, you know, you got to go get the Vaseline shot, you know what I'm saying, to see if you got it, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure. And I'm like, well, if you take your home healthy remedies and you eat healthy and you're drinking natural spring water, distilled water, or even some people love that alkaline. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, why would I want to go to the doctor or the nurse because I feel like, make that make sense? If I don't feel good, why would I want you to take care of me when I can take care of myself? That's why it's home healthy remedies. And so doctors and nurses in my car is like, are you telling your passengers that? I'm like, yes. Why would I not let my passengers know that you're supposed to be taking really good care of yourself with your home healthy remedies, working out, going outside? See? You see what I'm saying? And they got mad at me and rated me under and said I was going against the COVID-19 guidelines. That's what some of my passengers was like. And I was like, are you serious? So, you know, it got to the point where, you know, I even got into some debates with people in my car, got into a lot of arguments. I had to learn how to protect my energy because there's times where like I'm so against this agenda, right? But I know a lot of people did agree with me, but there were just some people that were just like, you know, when you come across them, they make you second guess yourself a little bit. Like, wait a minute, am I really going crazy? No, I can't be going crazy. Hold up, let me think about this real quick. Hold up. They're like, nah, I'm not going crazy. So I'm communicating with my higher self throughout this whole, you know what I'm saying? And I'm learning a lot what's going on too. And a lot of things that I was learning too was even from my passengers because, you know, at their jobs, their experience, when they worked in the medical field, you know what I'm saying? I had passengers, like, I was just getting so much information as well as learning everything online, doing my own research and everything like that, right? So